Good afternoon, there's Porter at you. Down here on Marcella Street. I want you to take a look at these houses over here. And you're going to find one house out of all the rest that's out of the ordinary. See how these are all on ground level? You can walk around the house. Pretty much walk out to the other side. And each house has its own like little easement, little space, so you can pretty much walk around. It's all flat. So over here, the same thing. Those houses are all flat, and you can pretty much walk around to the other side. Most of the stairs come out right to the sidewalk. Same thing over here. Steps come out to the sidewalk, driveway. Nothing out of the ordinary. This is Marcella and Thornton Street. So even over here, same thing. The city needs to fix that driveway there, but you know, the city fixes a lot of other stuff, but when you come over here, they don't really fix the walkways the way they should. They look kind of horrible. Even the handicap ramps are not done as much as they should. The handicap ramp should be over here, but they got them over there. But it's a handicap ramp. We're not going to complain about that too much. But just keep an eye on these houses, though. All the houses have their dedicated, walk around easements. Like, they're all on the ground level. Same thing over here. Driveway. You walk around. You come out the other side, no problem. See that? Everybody has ground level parking. No big deal. Even over here, you walk around the whole house, still on the same level. Same thing here. You walk around. If you come out the same side or the other side, you're on ground level. That's pretty much the way the houses are. I mean, they all should be the same way. Now, when you get to this house is for sale, by the way. I don't know who's selling it or who wants to buy it, but it's at 23 Marcella. Now, this house is a concern. See how she has her driveway, shared driveway, whatever. Now, she wants to walk around her house. She's met with a wall that's on her property. You see something wrong with that? Now, better yet, that's why I came by in the daytime. See those stakes? That means this wall is on her property. That's where those stakes are. Now, a surveyor came in and put those stakes there for a reason, because her property ends where those stakes are. ISD. I'm hearing the name Leo Cook from ISD authorized these buildings to be put up here, and this building to be put on this young lady's property, which is at 25 Marcella Street. Now let's take another look. Take a look in the back. They blocked the egress so she can't not walk around her building. They put a wall up there. Let me show you this wall. So I'm not making this up. They put a wall to block her from walking around her property, which I find to be criminal. So when she goes to walk around her property, she's met with this wall right here on her property. Now keep in mind, that's the stake that separates the property. They built this wall so she cannot even walk around her property. You see that? That's actually on her property. So she cannot walk around her property. So walk around the front. Now, Dion Irish, who was formerly the commissioner of ISD, was notified about this before he became in office. And he hasn't gotten back to me. It's been over a year. He knows about it. I came down into the ISD building before COVID. I told him about it. He took notes for a whole half an hour. He refused to meet with me on camera. He wanted to meet in a private office. He took notes. Now I'm putting him out there. Dion Irish is a criminal too. They steal people's land and they do it behind closed doors. Time to expose the corruption. Look at this. That's where her property is supposed to be at. They filled all this in with dirt. Look at this. The other thing we pointed out is somebody comes off these stairs and walks straight off that ledge. There's no barrier to stop them from falling off the edge. Now, this is all happening under the leadership of the city of Boston. So let me take a quick look over here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. See how they filled this in? She can't even see her foundation no more. They filled her whole foundation. They covered it up. This is the only house on the block that doesn't have a foundation exposed. And this is where the property line is supposed to be at. And the reason why they did that, let me show you why. Because in the plans, there wasn't enough square footage to have the proper driveway, or enough space for the driveway. So they figured, well, hey, we'll move the property over a couple of feet on somebody else's property. They won't notice. So Dion Irish and Leo Cook, those are the two names that keep coming up in ISD. So look at this right here. So they got 1, they got 2, they got 3, they got 4 garages right there. That's not, this area was never zoned for a 4-car garage in one building. It was never zoned that way. So who zoned it? Who changed the zoning laws? Look at this. 3 cars on that side. 1, 2, 3. These buildings were only zoned for 2 or 3 families. So my question is, who rewrote the zoning laws? Who rewrote them? Who got paid off to do this? So now that they know about it and they refuse to answer the questions, so why they have space on this side then? But she don't have space on her side. See that? They could walk around their building. No problem. But if she wants to walk around her building, and from what I understand, I spoke to the young lady, they actually destroyed her hedges. She had some hedges that were there and some brickwork. I'm going to show you that too. They destroyed it and never replaced it. And this is the city of Boston for you. This is the corruption at the core. It goes deeper than this, but this is just the surface scratch of what's going on in the city. There's more to come, trust me, a lot more to come. They damaged her fence, her hedges, and her bricks right here. See that? Those bricks weren't always like that. Obviously, this fence had another piece to it. And that corner went to here, but they took it away. So, and this is going over 3 years. The city of Boston has not fixed this problem or addressed this issue, but they know about it. Matter of fact, if I call City Hall right now to ask to speak to the commissioner's office, I'm going to get lip service. So let's see if I can call the commissioner's office and see what kind of service we get today. Because we're just curious to know, what are they going to do, or do they plan to do something about it? Which they probably, I know they don't plan to do anything about it. I already know this because I spoke to Dion Irish. He was the commissioner. He's not the commissioner now. And whoever takes his place is probably going to follow his legacy, because it's kind of the pattern what they do in City Hall anyway. They corruption follows corruption. I mean, that's how the system is built. That's how the system is designed. I mean, you just got to expose it somehow, some way. We might be able to change it, but little by little. I'm gonna try to see if I can. It might be kind of difficult for me to do this, but let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna try to call ISD and see if I can get a response from them. Let's say 617-635-5300. Let's see what kind of response we get from ISD. So this works.
Leave Boston Inspectional Services Department. Please listen carefully as our menu options have changed. For regular registration, short-term rental, or to place a housing complaint, press 1. For all other calls, please remain on the line to speak to the next available agent.
So she was able to walk around her property without a problem. Now she can't. And you can see where the sidewalk was done over at too. Yes, can I have the commissioner's office, please? I don't know if he heard.
Commissioner's office?
Yes, who's the acting commissioner now that Dion Irish is not there?
Right now, he is still the active commissioner at this moment.
Okay, so I got a question for him. This is Mr. Porter. I'm pretty sure you know who I am by now. There's an issue that we talked about a couple of years ago about 25 Marcella Street, about property overtaken by contractors and building inspectors. So I was wondering if he resolved that issue.
So that was, can you just repeat what the issue was again?
Okay, I'll say a little bit slower. 25 Marcella Street in Roxbury. There's a house that they build like 2 feet onto someone else's property, and it's been there for over 2 years. And he knows about it because I went down there. He took notes for a whole half an hour. He talked to me, so he told me he's going to resolve the issue. So I'm trying to find out what's the issue. Has he resolved it, or he came to some kind of conclusion, or what's going on?
Okay, thank you so much. I will pass that on and try to get a response for you, okay?
I don't expect a response back, because if it's been over 2 years, that takes it that he doesn't want to respond back to me. But you could tell him, do you have my phone number so you can call me back, or do you want to take that down too?
I have your phone number here, 617-212-8382.
Okay, so that's a good number to call me back at. So if he can call me back before he takes office in the mayor's office, that'd be nice to know. But I don't think he's going to do it. You think he's going to?
Do you have an email address as well?
They have all that stuff on file. I get tired of keep giving that to them. They have all that on file.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they've been emailing you too, though, with responses. So keep an eye out on your email.
I have not seen it. I seen Ed Coben send something about one issue about trafficking, and that's a totally different issue we're dealing with. This issue is about 25 Marcella Street. Directly 25 Marcella Street, about Leo Cook. Now, I want to get the information on Leo Cook, because allegedly he was the building inspector who was involved doing this.
Who was?
Leo Cook. Do you have a guy by the name of Leo Cook? Is there an employee by the name of Leo Cook that works there?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the guy we're talking about. How many Leo?
Building inspector? Okay.
Building inspector. Yep. He's the one who signed off on this.
Okay, sounds good. Leave it with me, okay?
All right, and what's your name again?
So my name is Colette Solon.
Okay, so how soon would I expect to get a call back or email?
Pretty soon. I'm gonna send the email right now. Okay.
All right, I want to see what's going to be. I don't want to email. I want something in response to how they're going to rectify the problem.
Okie doke. I'll let them know.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. All right, guys. So I got that on record now that I did call them. I'm going to get lip service, but I want to put it out there that Leo Cook is, and he's the inspector who signed off on this. Dion Irish, who is still the commissioner of ISD, is well aware of this. And another name, Ed Coburn, he's the lawyer of ISD. He's well aware of this. So look at this. Would you want this on your property without your permission? I'm talking about, that's like, I think we measured like almost 2.5 feet onto her property that it is. And I guess a surveyor came out and put those stakes in the ground. And the property owner of this building asked why was he putting on his property. Pretty much told him that's not his property. So that's why those stakes are still there, because they were there before and somebody took them down. But if he touches them this time, he's trespassing and he's destructing the property. And that becomes a criminal offense. So those stakes are going to stay there until something's rectified. But I just put the city of Boston on notice now that they are trespassing on somebody else's property. And Leo Cook's the one who, his name's all over a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to start doing some FOIA requests and find out what's really going on down there. So next time, guys, Nez Porter, hey, we got to get deep into this stuff. It gets deeper. Let's keep it going, guys. Next time.